Hey guys, here we are in the second video of lesson 12, and you can see that we are working on number 1 on page, I think it's on page 107, but it's in lesson 12 in your book. It looks like this, and yummers, it has some brownies that a family made for a bake sale. A family makes 3 pans of brownies for a bake sale. They plan to sell gift bags that each hold 1/2 pan of brownies. How many gift bags can the family make? All right, so we are going to start thinking about what we can draw to go with this. So what if we just draw a tape diagram to represent the 3 pans of brownies? We don't have to use the number line to show the total that the tape diagram represents. We can label the tape diagram as well, right? So let's see. Here's a tape diagram, and I'm going to label it. How many pans of brownies do I have? I have 3 pans of brownies. So make sure you're writing this in your book. Hopefully you don't have to write on top of the picture, but I do. All right, so we have 3 pans of brownies. Now our second sentence says they plan to sell gift bags that each hold 1/2 a pan of brownies. Take me to the bake sale, right? Okay, so how can I label 1/2 pan of brownies? So let's see. 1/2. All right. 1/2 pan of brownies. Because I don't know how many halves I have or how many gift bags I can make, but I know that I have 1/2. And the problem is asking us how many gift bags we can make. So we need to find out how many halves are in 3. And here's our unknown ... And then our question is how many halves. And if you are screaming at the computer right now answering the question, remember that we start off with something easier and then we get to something harder. So please play along while we're practicing something easier, so when we get to something harder, you'll know how to do it. All right. So what expression can we write to match this tape diagram? What are we dividing? We're dividing 3 divided by 1/2 because we're asking how many halves are in 3, right? 3 divided by 1/2. Can the family make more than 1 gift bag? Yeah, there are more than 1/2 in 3, right? The tape diagram helps us to make sense of what the problem says, identify what we're trying to find, and write an expression. So let's see if we can use another tape diagram to help us with this problem now that we kind of understand the problem, right? One tape diagram to help us to understand the problem, and another tape diagram, let's make this one blue, to help us solve the problem. Okay, so once again, this tape diagram is going to represent 3 pans of brownies. All right, 3 pans of brownies, there we go. The tape diagram represents 3 pans of brownies. We want to know how many halves are in 3. We might not know right away how many halves are in 3. What could we do to make a simpler problem? Remember what we did last time? We split it up and we said, okay, there's our 3. Now what is 1/2 of 3? I'm sorry, 1/2 of 1. There we go. And then take our 2 and cut that one in half. And then finally our 3 and cut that in half, right? How many halves are in 1? There are 2. How many halves are in 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many halves are in 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Does 6 answer the question that the problem asked? Yes, because there are 6 halves in 3, and that's the number of gift bags that the family can make. So please make sure that you're writing a sentence. The family can make 6 gift bags. Sorry, it's really hard for me to write on the computer, so I'm not going to write out the whole sentence, but please do it yourself. Okay, now let's think about that. The family can make 6 gift bags of brownies. We needed to find out how many halves were in 3. What equation do we use? We use 3 divided by 1/2 equals 6, right? And our divisor, our number that's doing the division, 1/2, that represents how much is going into each gift bag, right? 1/2 of a pan. And the 6 represents the number of gift bags that they can make. This is how much is in a gift bag. This is the number of gift bags. Sorry if I didn't quite draw the lines there right. 6 halves or 6 groups of 1/2 make 3, right? So what if we wanted to do, what would be our question here? Our question is, how many 1/2s are in 3, right? Say it with me. How many 1/2s are in 3? All right, good job. Why did we do the second tape diagram? This one is helping us to understand the problem and what they're asking. This one is helping us to solve the problem. All right. Why is the quotient greater than the dividend? Why is 6, the answer, bigger than 3? Because we're checking how many halves are inside of 3, and there are, because we cut them in half, right? So there's 6 of them. All right, there's 2 halves in 1 and 3 ones in 3. So if we partition each one into halves, then we have more than 3 halves. We have 6 halves, right? Because we're dividing by a unit fraction with a 1 on top, unit fraction, right? Which is less than 1, our quotient is greater than the dividend. Do you see how that works? Okay. Is there a whole number for which this would not be true? Could the quotient of a whole number and a unit fraction be less than or equal to the dividend, the number you're dividing? Pretty much only 0. Every other whole number is going to work, but not 0. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. We'll be working on number 2. Thank you for paying close attention. Aloha.